Hello and welcome to Quick Tips 20, and a GoldPass member asked me how he could calculate the linear regression of a moving average, and I responded that in fact this is something that you could do with tutorial 48, which if you remember back in tutorial 48 I did a tutorial about creating a linear regression program. So what I'm going to do is just show you how you would use that program, very simple program, to calculate the linear regression of a moving average. So what I've done so far is I have copied tutorial 48 into Quick Tips 20 or 20-1, and one thing that we need to do is we need to add these two lines here into the original tutorial. In fact, I think that was probably not necessary if we were just calculating the linear regression once, but if we're calculating that on several bars, like for example we're doing on this chart here where I have the program applied, then we do need to reset those values. Okay, so the first thing we need to do if we want to calculate the moving average is in the inputs, and this again is the program, we're going to change, instead of just doing it for the close, what we can do is we can say average close and then whatever period you want to use. So I'm just going to put in 14 for the sake of argument, like so. So what it's now doing is calculating the linear regression for a moving average. Now the person who asked me the question then said, well, hang on, it's only just doing the last bar. I would like to actually see what the slope is, or in fact what the angle of the slope is going back historically. So we can do that, and what we need to do is just delete or comment out this part of the program here, because we no longer want to do it the last bar on the chart, and remove or comment out the end. What we might also wish to, okay, so we can see the lines there. Now you might wish to actually plot the slope. So if we wanted to plot the slope, incidentally you probably don't want to use this when you've got lots and lots of bars, because we're going to get too many drawing objects, but it's fine for the moment. We can comment out this line here if we wish to just remove those drawing objects, the lines. Okay, so if we wanted to plot the slope, we could do that simply by plotting M like so and verifying, and you can see that is being plotted on the chart. I'm just going to make that a little bit more visible, so let's change the color to an orange, and we'll change the style a little just to make that stand out. Okay, so that is the slope. Now if you wanted the angle of the slope, then we could just do one final thing. We could just find the arc tangent, which is a standard TradeStation function of that value there, and get something like this. Now if you don't trust me, what you might wish to do is to, in the print statement, print the price going back a number of bars. So for example we could say price. Now remember, this is calculating the moving average, so I'm just going to put in a string and then we'll put in the price. Make sure that you add plenty of decimal places, because we want this to be as accurate as possible. And then if we verify that, and we turn on the print statement, or rather print log, you'll get the data here. And then what you can do is just go into a spreadsheet, copy that data, and then just use, if we just look here, I'm using OpenOffice, you can use slope and put in the data that you're referring to. In this case I'm looking at 70 to 61, that's the last 10 values, and I'm calculating what the slope is, and then you can compare that with the value that you're getting from this program. Okay, so that's about everything. What I would probably recommend is just commenting out this drawing object here if you're really interested in a plot of the angle or the slope or the C value, the y-intercept. Okay, well I hope you might find this useful.